Hi, BookTube. Bill Ruttenberg here with the Ruttenberg Library. Wanted to come to you today with a Friday Reads. It is Friday, and we've got the day off school. We've had a busy week at school, and we had parent-teacher conferences this week. And so, since we have to stay late on Tuesday and Thursday night, we get Friday off. Kind of nice to be able to I'd say sleep in, but really didn't sleep in. I got up and read my books this morning, and yeah, anyway, it's like I said, it's been a busy week. The virus has been spreading all over the U.S. just as predicted, and we've had a whole lot of shutdowns in various areas. I talked to you about my History Day projects in previous videos, and our district competition is on next Wednesday. And sure enough, I mean, I was like, fingers crossed that it wasn't going to be affected. However, that didn't work. Yep, that didn't work. We are going virtual. Never done this before. I'm not a technology guy, so I'm kind of scared to death on how this is going to work. So next Wednesday, my kids are going to have a virtual contest against the other schools, and we'll just have to figure out, see how that works. I have no idea how that's going to work. But anyway, like I said, everything's been shutting down in the area, and it's been causing some havoc. My wife was going to go buy toilet paper not because we were going to stockpile, but because we are getting to the verge where we're going to need it, and Walmart was completely wiped out. I might put a picture in here to show how wiped out Walmart was. Kind of scary. Anyway, I talked to you a little bit about, like I said, this week's been busy. We've been trying to finish up projects, and I started off last weekend on fire with my reading. Read quite a few pages worth, at least for me anyway. A lot of reading done last weekend, and I felt really good that I'd be able to finish 2 books by this coming Sunday, and I don't know that it's going to happen. We got into the week, and I was so stressed about stuff at school with getting projects finished that I didn't read much in the mornings. I got up and kind of just watched your guys' videos. That was kind of my my coffee time activity instead of reading. But the little bit that I did do, I am working on, and I think I shared this maybe last weekend, but I'm working on The Return of George Washington by Edward Larson. It's pretty good. I'm only I think a chapter in, 2 chapters in. Like I said, I'm not very far. It's not the author, it's me. I have a foggy mind, so to speak, in the last few mornings, and I tried to sit down this morning, and I only got like 20 pages read, and I started watching you guys again. So reading has been slow for me, but George Washington is on his way home for Christmas, 1783, and he's on his way home for Christmas, and we're going to find out what happens with the nation without Washington. He just gave up his command as general of the Continental Army, and he's hoping to go into retirement. And obviously, you guys probably know the story. He gets called out of retirement to do some major things for our country. But anyway, this is where we're at in class as well. So there you can see kind of how far I am with that book. Not very far, but this is where we're at in my class. We have been looking at, matter of fact, earlier this week we did a DBQ on Shays' Rebellion, document-based questions, where, and that's been a lot of my reading, is reading student stuff. So I have been reading this week. Our process papers for the projects, I've been having to read through, some of those, along with I get some big help with my English teachers, but reading through some of that, reading through all of the text boxes and everything that they put on their exhibit boards, and so I have been doing some reading, just not, classic books, I guess. But we did DBQs in class, and it was over Shays' Rebellion. Those are document-based questions where we teach the kids how to read documents, how to interpret documents, how to source them, who wrote them, stuff like that. Matter of fact, that's one of the things I've been debating on, something maybe new that I could add to the channel, and maybe it'd be aimed more at teachers, but just some lessons that I've done with the kids on document-based questions, and then other lessons, but just some good recommendations for lessons and teaching them how to read, primary sources and just nonfiction type documents. I thought maybe that'd be beneficial. Maybe put down in the comments down below if you think that would be something you'd want to watch. I know there's a few teachers out there. That's just something I've been debating, but anyway, I'm kind of rambling. So let me know in the documents down below if that's something you would like, or that you'd like to see. Maybe something new I could add. And then last weekend I started this book, The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. It's a fabulous book. I got that far last week, and sure enough, I never got back to the book. It's a great book, and I know it's going to read really fast because I read 57 pages in one sitting, and for me that's a ton. So it's a fast-paced book. I know it'll read fast. I don't know if I'm going to try to get this done this weekend or not, but that's on my reading list. And yeah, that's pretty much the extent of reading this week. It's been a slow week. I haven't finished anything this week other than I guess I finished Crown of Blood last weekend, which I did a review for, and I posted that last, Sunday or Monday, something like that. So I did finish that book and started these two. So that's been my reading for this week. Sometimes you go through those times when life gets busy, and it just picks up pace, and you can't get as much reading done. I shared with you last week on this coming Monday I start track practice, and then that'll go through the beginning of May, and then at the end of April I also start baseball practice, which goes through the summer here in Iowa, and who knows how all that's going to go with the virus spreading around, and are we going to miss any school? Or, there's been some schools that are already shutting down for like a 2-week period. So who knows? Who knows? It's all up in the air. I'm trying not to stress about it because it's not like it's in my control. I stress a lot, and that's just one of those things that I have to tell myself. Don't stress on the things that are out of your control. And that is definitely one that is out of my control. So I'm guessing some of you are probably going through the same thing. My daughter and I, something we are going to do here in the next day or two, we've got some book tags that we're going to do. And I saw one from Steve Donahue that I'm going to do. I'm going to sit down and do with her. It's 4 or 5 questions long. How do you book tag? And that looked like a fun one, pretty easy one to do, I think, and something I could do with my daughter. And we're going to sit down and do that. And then Seeking Stories had tagged me and wanted me to do another book tag for them, and I got to get that done. And so Seeking Stories, it's coming soon, hopefully this weekend. Should be this weekend. But anyway, I'll try to get those uploaded for you. And yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So this has been Bill Ruttenberg with the Ruttenberg Library. Happy reading.